Hello. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Angela Cannon, and I am the Environmental Education Coordinator at Cumming Nature Center, part of the Rochester Museum and Science Center. And today, I'd like to show you how you can tap a tree. You're probably wondering what's involved in getting started with maple sugaring, and you might have some big questions too, like what kinds of maple trees can I tap? Does sap removal negatively impact the tree? That's a big question. And when should you tap your trees? Some of you might be coming up with answers already. So what kinds of maple trees can I tap? Red maple and sugar maple. Sugar maple has the highest percentage of sugar, so that would be your best bet to start. You can also do black maple. You can actually try a variety of trees, but those have the highest sugar content. Does sap removal hurt the tree in any way? Well, if you are doing it correctly, you will not cause any damage to the tree, and as a matter of fact, the tree scabs over within a couple of weeks of putting in that tap. So no, it does not harm the tree when done correctly. And when should you tap your trees? You're thinking, now it's springtime, right? The red-winged blackbirds are here, the turkey vultures are back, but actually, you want to start tapping your trees the end of January or into February so you can collect those first runs. And if you tap too early though, the tree might start scabbing over before you get some good runs late February and early March. So there's some sap sense. Let me show you the tools involved in tapping a tree. You're going to need a tap. You're going to need something to drill a hole with and something to hang a bucket with. So historically, taps might have been made with spiles out of certain sticks that have a soft pith inside that could be drilled out like a sumac type of stick. But once metals were created, we've got a variety of metal spiles here. And some people still use metal spiles today. I really like these kind. Also plastic spiles are used too. So you need a tap or a spile, as this is called, something to hang a bucket or bag with if you're hanging a bucket. And you need a 7/16 inch drill bit or one that matches the spile that you're using in the tree. The other thing that really comes in handy is a small hammer, because you're going to want to make sure that that tap is in there tight, and as soon as the tree starts dripping that your tap doesn't fall out. Here, let me show you how. So you have your tree. You want to make sure that your tree is about 12 to 18 inches in diameter at the very least, so that you can put in 1 or 2 taps. So 12 to 18 inches is what's recommended for 1 tap, and then 12 inches of diameter, that's around the tree, that circumference. You can keep adding another additional tap or 2 after that. Trees with a diameter of 25 inches or more can have up to 3 taps. Let's give it a try. You don't want to tap in, you don't want your hole to go in too far in the tree, because the living tissue of the tree is actually just inside that hard, scaly, woody bark. So you want to get your drill in about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch into the tree. And if you aim it slightly upwards, you will get a better drip coming down. Now this is a hand auger. People using hand drills, mechanical drills, are going to be able to go a lot faster, but they're probably putting in a lot more taps, like maybe 500 to 1,000. I can see the sawdust coming out. I know I'm making progress. Again, I'm going to try to tilt slightly upward with my drill bit. Now when I look in there, I seem to be at a good distance. Always remember to put your hook on before you put your spile in, because otherwise you got to start all over. And you're going to give it a couple of good taps. and to make sure that it holds, and you are all set to go. Now you're going to need something to collect that wonderful sap with, and there's a variety of things you can use. We have a spile and some plastic tubing and just a regular milk jug over here. You can be more traditional, and oh, this one's pretty full. Maybe I can't even get this one. This one's a good one. The traditional metal buckets have a lot of charm to them, and they also have a nice roof on the top, and you might wonder why you have to keep them covered. Well, if you think about everything that's starting to emerge in the spring, and there's even a little emergent right here, some sort of beetle, looks like a relative of a click beetle maybe. You keep the bugs out. The other thing that you're keeping out of your sap collecting container is rain. Rain and snow. If it freezes, great, you can pull out the ice. We'll talk more about that on sap science, but you don't want to water it down anymore. You don't want it diluted. You can also try something like this. This is kind of fun. It's a piece of PVC pipe with a plastic bag and a zip tie to hold it nice and tight. And this fits right over the spile, which is dripping today as we speak. You could also try large buckets, or even a plain bucket with a lid. Again, to keep bugs and rain out, just use some tubing for that. So you've got your taps, you've got your drill, you've got something to collect with, and you're well on your way to being a producer yourself. So have fun.